So now, great. So now we're working on connecting with someone else's movement through a stream, which is a kind of still a very interesting experience, new to me, but not as new as it was 3 or 4 months ago. So we start with mirroring, and we give roles. So there will be one person moving without an object, and the other person will just witness that movement, will just witness. Last week we danced for the object. There was an object there, and we were kind of celebrating its presence. Now that object is in another room somewhere else, and it's not an object, it's another body. So I'm now the witness, and I'm also the person for whom the dance is done. So the other person, my partner, will dance for me, not to be seen in a performative way, but it will dance to as a celebration of what I trigger in them, of what my presence does to them. So one of the two in the partnering, in the couple, in the duet, will find some kind of position of stillness they could be sitting, but it must be a clear position that can be seen by the other, and a very focused position of stillness. You are as visible as that object that was in your room last week. You know, that object, if I remember my object, it was really clear what the object was. The qualities of that object were really clear to me by just watching and observing it. So in a sense, my role as a witness is to tell the other person with my body what my energy is right now, what my body is giving right now. And it does simply by being there. So now I'm witnessing. The other person is moving for me. And watching, I receive the dance. Then I stand up and I just focus on mirroring that dance that I've seen. Right? So in a sense, I'm giving back what I've received as a form of mirroring what I've received, right? So you now will decide who will be celebrated as an object. I mean, I use this word just because we worked on it last week. We are not an object, I know, but you are kind of, you have that clarity that that object had last week. And you position yourself visible, and the other person will dance for you, to celebrate you, not to impress you, to connect with you. So now just focus on being there to receive a dance as if you were just a precious stone, like a precious stone that somebody is dancing for. So I will connect. I will play a sound for the exercise. So one person is a beautiful stone, a precious stone receiving. One person is giving. And the music will give the timing of the words. That energy, and where you finish with that energy, where you actually ended this work, keep that energy, just stay where you were, where you ended, and keep that energy, and now you become the witness. So keep that energy of that work. And with that energy, find a position where you can sustain that. And I ask now the other partner to dance back, trying to mirror what they see, but I want to define mirror. Mirroring is not just, in a sense, mimicking the outside form or shape, but we're also talking about what the other person's dance has asked you to look through yourself. So what you saw, what you experienced was asking something about you, about your relationship with your body. So in mirroring, you're responding with this sense of where did it make you go in your body? So you're giving back, mirroring what you have received, and you're connecting with your memories as well, because that dance did that to you. So I'm playing the same song and we invert the roles. The dance is now witness. Keep with that energy, and just I ask you also to Paolo, if you can just a couple of minutes to both of you write down some notes on how this exchange, this work on connecting with each other, what has been triggered in terms of what movement your body can do, what habits of movement your body has, and how these habits can be changed. I mean, both in mirroring the other, what have you discovered about yourself? And in watching the other mirroring you, what have you discovered about yourself? So now we changed the roles. So if you started by dancing, now you will start by just be still, right? So you will become the precious stone that somebody will dance for. So if you haven't done this role yet, you will be the stone, the precious stone, and the other person will dance for you. So you find your stillness, you find your aura, you find your energy. gradually come up from dance. You now, as you have accumulated this kind of kinesthetic and affective energy in your body, your will become the observer. You will see your dance being mirrored by the other partner, by the other dancer. So we'll be now focusing on how what you see, or what you see tells you about your habits, the way you live your body through the work of the other person. And the person who mirrors can do the same, can do this work on exploring what mirroring does to your relationship with your body, with the way you're used to be in your body. So we change role now, play the same song, and now the person who has been watching will give back in the form of mirroring what was transmitted or exchanged during the first dance. Now, for both partners, I ask you to take a few seconds to write down some notes on what the experience of mirroring the other or watching the other mirroring you tell you about the way you move, the way you want to move, the way you're used to move. Take 10 more seconds, then we come together and we can share some feedback on this long exploration. In fact, before I start, I wanted to say that in doing this exercise that was far beyond what I thought it could be in doing it, I realized that what I call the precious stone was actually a kind of magic mirror. And it's fascinating. I didn't think about that in those terms. Like that mirror in fairy tales, or that mirror that has some power, some kind of power. So I don't want to kind of anticipate your feedback. I just wanted to say that I discovered that in a sense the mirroring was also the mirror. The other dancer witnessing was also a magic mirror there. But I give you the voice, of course.